The year was 1912. From the bustling shipyards of Belfast, a Titan emerged, the RMS Titanic. The largest ship ever built, she was the pinnacle of Edwardian engineering. A floating palace of luxury and innovation, the Titanic was more than just a ship. She was a statement of man's ambition, a testament to his mastery over nature. Her name echoed through the bustling crowds, a symbol of power and progress. The Titanic, they said, was unsinkable. Newspapers around the world hailed her maiden voyage a triumph of human ingenuity. Opulence and grandeur were her hallmarks. First-class passengers reveled in lavish suites, dined in opulent dining halls, and sipped champagne in elegant lounges. The ship throbbed with life, a microcosm of society on the move. A sense of excitement filled the air, a shared anticipation of the journey ahead. But beneath the surface of celebration, a quiet confidence, perhaps even arrogance, prevailed. The Titanic, after all, was deemed practically unsinkable. Her design, a marvel of compartmentalization, was believed to make her immune to the perils of the sea. This belief, shared by crew and passengers alike, would prove to be a fatal miscalculation. Little did anyone know that this voyage, this testament to human achievement, would soon descend into one of history's most heart-wrenching tragedies. A stark reminder of the unpredictable fury of nature and the fragility of human life. The Titanic, forever etched in our collective memory, would become a symbol of both man's ambition and his vulnerability in the face of the unforgiving sea. As the Titanic steamed westward, her lights blazing defiantly against the vast darkness of the Atlantic, a series of disquieting events began to unfold. Messages crackled through the airwaves, whispers of a danger lurking beneath the seemingly tranquil surface of the sea. Ice warnings, sent from other ships traversing the icy waters, reached the Titanic's wireless operators. These messages, however, were met with a sense of complacency. Some were relayed to the bridge, but many were not. Captain Edward Smith, a seasoned mariner with decades of experience, seemed unperturbed by the warnings. Perhaps he too believed in the unsinkable nature of his command. The Titanic, after all, was equipped with the latest technology, including a powerful Marconi wireless telegraph system. Surely, such a vessel could overcome any obstacle the sea could throw its way. The night of April 14th arrived, a night destined to be etched in history. The stars twinkled above, their reflections shimmering on the calm surface of the ocean. An eerie silence hung in the air, broken only by the rhythmic throb of the ship's engines and the faint murmur of conversation from within. The sea, deceptively serene, held a deadly secret beneath its moonlit surface. As the night wore on, the temperature dropped, a chill settling in the air. Lookouts, stationed high in the crow's nest, scanned the horizon, their eyes strained from hours of searching the darkness. Then, a faint glimmer on the horizon, a white shape barely discernible against the dark water. An iceberg, massive and silent, lay directly in the Titanic's path. "Iceberg right ahead!" The lookout's cry pierced the night, a desperate warning that shattered the illusion of serenity. On the bridge, First Officer Murdoch reacted instantly, ordering the ship to turn hard to port. The massive engine strained, the rudder groaning as the Titanic, slow to respond, began to alter her course. But it was too late. With a sickening crunch that reverberated through the ship, the iceberg struck. The seemingly invincible Titanic shuddered, the impact felt even in the depths of her luxurious interiors. The unsinkable had been wounded. Passengers, jolted from their slumber or evening revelry, stumbled out of their cabins, anxiety etched on their faces. What had happened? Was this just a minor bump, or was something terribly wrong? On the bridge, the dreadful truth became apparent. Water was pouring into the ship's forward compartments, the watertight doors struggling to contain the icy deluge. The unsinkable Titanic was sinking. The realization sent a wave of panic through the ship. The band played on, their music a haunting counterpoint to the growing chaos. Captain Smith, his face pale with the weight of responsibility, gave the order to uncover the lifeboats. The unthinkable was happening. The unsinkable Titanic was going down. The night air, once filled with the promise of adventure, now echoed with the cries of terrified passengers and the frantic shouts of the crew. Women and children were ushered towards the lifeboats, their faces etched with fear and disbelief. The women and children first protocol, a maritime tradition, was strictly enforced, adding to the chaos and desperation, but there weren't enough lifeboats. The Titanic, designed to carry over 3,500 souls, had only enough lifeboats for a little over half that number. This oversight, a tragic miscalculation in the face of disaster, would have devastating consequences. As the lifeboats began their descent, the icy waters of the Atlantic rushing below, a sense of profound injustice and despair settled over the ship. Families were torn apart, husbands forced to bid farewell to wives and children, their futures uncertain. Some refused to leave loved ones, choosing to face the inevitable together. Others, clinging to hope, fought their way onto the lifeboats, their survival instincts kicking in. The band played on, their music now a poignant elegy to a dying giant. As the Titanic's stern rose higher, her lights blazing defiantly against the night sky, those trapped on board faced a horrifying choice: jump into the freezing waters or go down with the ship. The screams of those who perished in the icy depths would forever haunt the survivors, a chilling reminder of the night the unsinkable ship sank beneath the waves.